Frank Trades with Dex, where a trading novice, that's me, trades with a 20-plus year expert, the man known as Dex the Vulcan, Dex the Agro-Capitalist, or just my main man, Dex. Dex is the head trader in charge at our room at watchustrade.io. Head over to watchustrade.io to learn more, to register for a free online live trading event, or to join our room where you can trade with Dex yourself. Hey, what's up? We're live. How you doing, man?
What it be like?
We're live, buddy. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for waiting for us. Dex is back. I am back, and we're looking at these pulse waves. So, Dex, you had something going on. Let's see. You were just shouting in my ear to tighten up stops on Bitcoin.
Yeah. First things first, guys. We have reached critical mass in Bitcoin. We have reached the extended profit target that we talked about back in the day. We're there now. All right. We are at the extreme profit target I was talking about.
Oh, yeah?
The pullback, trust when I say this to you, the pullback is going to be fast and furious. Tighten up your stops. Do not, and I repeat, do not get greedy here. Do not allow your emotions to enter into your trading. Place the stops. Stop playing around and put your stops in. And you know who I'm talking to, those of you who've been trying to be slick, trying to be smarter than the system, with no stops working, thinking that you're gonna, it's gonna keep going forever. Bitcoin's back. Not back into its back. Right now, you've enjoyed some profits. Thank God for that. But you need to put those stops in. Stop playing around. When this thing starts to pull back and correct, it's going to come so fast and furious, you're not going to have a chance to put your stop in. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are going to get their faces ripped off and heads punched completely off their bodies. I'm warning you. All right? Don't turn a winning trade into a losing trade. Don't get decapitated. Can it run some more? Of course it can. But this is the time that if you haven't already, you need to start putting in those stops. All right?
This is what a stop is for.
Have the profit in place. PIP. Mm-hmm. Profit in place.
Oh, I like that. Profit in place.
All right? You got to, folks.
Yep.
All right? Profit in place. Put the stop in. It doesn't have to be tight. It can be a little loose,
especially with this much. If you've been in this for a while, there's so much profit to be had. If you want to stay in the trade in case it does move higher, make it a loose stop.
Right. You need to put the profit in place right now. To be see your way to victory here. Okay. I cannot stress to you guys how fast and furious this market can get. It can crush you if you're not ready and paying attention. All right. So I had to put that out there. Please, if you haven't already, put your stops in place. You can always get back into the market. The system will help you get there. Don't worry about it. All right. Now, with that being said, I need to show the Watch Us Trade family a little secret. Mm-hmm. I shared this secret before many years ago on YouTube. I'm going to share it to y'all again.
How nice of you.
All right. So, as you know, the stock market is correcting. Just like I told you it would pull back. I told you the rally was getting long in the tooth. I told you it was time to start looking at those inverse ETFs. I gave you the entry prices on the intraday price inflection point. I told you where to set your stops at.
This has like a religious chant feel to it.
Exactly. Yo, you feeling that, right? Yeah. Now I'm going to show you something else. Okay. Uh-huh. For those of you who have heard me say before how you can use the cash indexes to lead the way in the futures, or remember, cash is king. When it comes to the trading the stock indexes, the cash market is supposed to lead the futures market in direction. Mm-hmm. The futures price by nature should always be higher because of, you have your interest and your storage costs, for commodities, blah blah blah. But the stock indexes are a little bit different animal. The cash market usually will lead the market. That's just the way it normally happens, okay? So in this situation, if you walk over here with me to the cash Dow, you will see the low of the day is
Now,
26,520.
let me pull it up.
Well, you can pull it up, but I'm talking with you right now. That's what y'all listen. The low of the day is 26,528.17.
Mm-hmm.
The futures low, the Dow futures, the low today is 26,542, which means that we have not yet seen the low in the futures. Even though the futures technically are down heavier than the cash. Right now, the futures are down 180 points, cash down 159.
Mm-hmm.
Means nothing. You're looking at the price. Since the Dow cash is leading us to the promised land, it's telling you that you have lower to go yet. Once they begin to coincide and get to the point where maybe the futures will move lower than the cash, that's when the move is over. And now the market's ready to reverse. Did you capture all of that? If not, stay tuned for more trading tips and tricks when it comes to trading the stock index futures exclusively at the Post Wave Trading Academy.
So let's look. So give me the symbols and let's compare them because I need a visual.
Nope.
Why are you like this?
Because I wanted to give everybody a little taste of a tips and tricks that we'll be adding to the new site, and
Okay.
that will be in there. And it's specifically and exclusively
I see what you did there.
for the Post Wave family.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little get a little taste, like
Folks,
an old school crack dealer.
Just so y'all exactly. Just so y'all, and I never sold drugs a day in my life. Just so you guys know.
Why did you feel compelled to say that?
I had to.
Yeah.
When excuse me, when we do these lives, we do not rehearse. We do not go over talking points and
They
footnotes.
noticed.
We do things live, and we often like to surprise each other with things. He does it to me, I do it to him. So I wanted to shock you guys with that, and hook you up with that.
Always with the hookups.
Someone had a question in here. It said, when the market makers stop hunt,
It's Monica.
Out, then shoots
Sup, Monica?
back up. I can't get back in fast enough on the way back up and end up with less SATs. Any suggestions? Yeah, it's a little bit different on the crypto side of the world. I've been working on that for you. I'm glad you brought that up. When you're doing your 2-bar Charlie intraday price inflection point stop loss technique, there are times, especially on the aggressive side, when you're right, the market will dip down and take you out and then shoot back up. Don't be concerned about, oh, now I can't get back in fast enough, whatever. Because I've been working on a mechanism to help you with that so that you can benefit from that, okay?
Yeah, that is a pain. Like, and here's the temptation. Be Good said that's why I had no stops. I've often, been in something where I didn't want to put a stop because I didn't want to have that happen. Where I'm going to get back in, but I'm going to have less coins, or I'm going to have less satoshis, or whatever it is. But right. I've found more often than not that if I'm careful to put stops in, it's better for me long term.
Yeah, it's always
it's a temptation. I get the temptation.
You'll never go broke taking profits. Yeah. Remember that, Monica. You will never.
Yeah, you'll
go
get
broke
in most cases
profits.
You get another opportunity if you just give it some time.
But I will say this though, because I do acknowledge the issue that you're talking about. It is a real issue for cryptos, and it's something that is really exclusive to cryptos only.
Really?
Because the crypto exchanges don't have the flexibility within the order types that trading stocks and futures and forex gives you. See, with those, at the time you put your trade on to enter a market,
Mm-hmm.
you can attach a corresponding stop loss to be executed at that split second. And in some cases, you can even set it to trail your position for you automatically. You don't have any mechanisms like that for the most part when you're trading in the crypto space. So it requires a little bit more attention, a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more babysitting. And, I've been thinking about that long and hard of a way that you guys can, you know, really deal with that. But I must say this though, unfortunately, it's going to be hard at this point. So I think I just want to really stress to you the importance then of using stops to trail your open position as you're in profit. That way, if you do get stopped out, you're still walking away with the house's money. You did what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You're just trying to milk out as much as you can, each day in these markets anyway. Crypto has, the positive and negative. We just talked about one of the negatives, which is the order placement, limitations.
Mm-hmm.
But you have something though that the equity traders don't have, and that is you do not have a pattern day trader rule. You can
No.
trade in and out of a crypto 1,000 times a day if you want to, and it won't cost you anything. You don't have to worry about someone calling you saying, we've noticed your pattern in trading here, and we think you're more of a risk. So we want you to pony up X amount of cash in your account at all times. You don't have those problems.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid of getting stopped out, as you would say in your mind, prematurely, because you're going to get numbers every day. The pulse waves are going to be generated to you each night. So you can always get back in the market. If the market's still rallying, you can always get back in. And just remember, you will never go broke taking profits.
This is a good one. This is a good point from Monica as well. Sats are profits to me, not USD. In other words, gaining more Bitcoin. But I mean, the principle still applies. If there's a pullback in Bitcoin and you get back in at a lower price, then you do have more sats. So most cases you do get an opportunity to get back in. But I see where she's coming from. If the next price trigger is above the current price, then when she gets back in, it won't necessarily be with higher Satoshi level. But so I get that frustration. But protecting your portfolio with stop losses is.
Yeah, it's a quirk, like I said, that is, peculiar to crypto trading exclusively. We don't have that trading with stocks or with futures or forex. It's only a crypto thing, and really more so a Bitcoin type of an issue like you just talked about.
Yeah, I think it's a philosophical outlook too. I mean.
Yeah, right. And I guess though
most people wouldn't say that my goal for trading is to have more Apple.
Right.
Their goal for trading is to have more money. Whereas a crypto trader might say, well, I made a bunch of money, but I have less Bitcoin. And it's like, well,
Exactly.
I get where they're coming from, because Bitcoin has a special emotional value to it as a thing,
Correct. And I'm not, pushing that aside at all. I'm acknowledging that is definitely a real balancing act that we have to deal with the crypto. But you can still make that money. So I'd rather have the profit, regardless of what form is coming in, as not to have it. Because at the end of the day, when you cash out, you walk away with more money. We're getting mad requests to look at, like TLT and LTC and PPT.
Okay.
So you guys work it out for you.
All right, let's pull them up. We've limited time this afternoon, so what do you want to take first? TLT?
Yeah, that's first.
Okay, I lost track of the comments down there. TLT, here we go.
Yep, that's the bond ETF. I'm upset about this one because it hasn't triggered my original ticket. I did not cancel replace the ticket, so I didn't get long in it yet because I was busy. So those of you who did cancel replace and got filled, you lucky son of a guns. This one's strong. It's not going anywhere except for higher. As long as this stock market continues to be overrun by the bears, I'm expecting this TLT to continue to run higher. So that's what's going on with that one. I still like this one on the long side, and I still, full disclosure, I still have a long ticket working. My original buy ticket is still working.
I see a request for SLV that was up on the list. Let's look at that next.
All right, SLV is the silver ETF. On the SLV, you're now in the Kumo cloud on the weekly, but you're out of it on the daily. I still have a bullish bias on this one. But remember, silver is a little bit trickier because of the way that the price action behaves at times. Case in point, on your daily chart on the SLV, you see that not all of your support trend lines are outside the Kumo cloud yet. You got one more to come up that needs to get north of the Kumo cloud here. Once that happens, then all systems should be ready to go. It's still in a bullish uptrend right now. It's not a super bull market like gold is right now. It's not super established. Gold is, I believe, in a bull market on both time frames, weekly and daily. Your silver's just really lagging right now. It's really having a hard time here. But the bias right now in the short term is up. The bias is up.
Okay, cool. Let's look at XTZ, which is, I think, Tezos.
Okay. This one's super bearish. Trend lines and price action are below the Kumo cloud on the daily. The weekly also is bearish. The market has given up the gains from the dead cat bounce, and now it's ready to put a new leg down. So this one's very bearish. Bears are in complete control of this market.
We already looked at TLT, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
The next one's VET. Someone's asking for.
I'm working through them. Next we got Litecoin.
Okay.
I went back.
Oh yeah, okay. You're okay. Yep, you're way up there. So Litecoin, PPT, and then VET.
Here we go.
All right, Litecoin it's trying to get out of that.
Trying to get out.
Not as powerful as Bitcoin.
Yeah, they kind of reversed. It was looking even stronger than Bitcoin for a couple weeks there, and not this week.
But what did I tell you about that daily? What did I tell you about that Litecoin? Did I not say to tighten up those stops, because it looks like it's going to start to roll over and pull back a bit in this Kumo cloud as it gets closer to the resistance zone? I said, it could cut through just like the Bitcoin did, but it's looking like this one's running out of a little bit of steam here. I did warn about that. I did tell you to look at the signals that we were getting on these things. And coming into today, we did have a crash alert on Litecoin and Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin's crash alert was not as significant as Ethereum and Litecoin, but it still had one, and you could not ignore that. Did the market gain some legs under it? Absolutely, it went higher. However, you cannot ignore when these symbols start, these alerts start popping up.
Yeah,
you got to pay attention to them. Bitcoin, though, is in a class by itself. It's in a parabolic bull market, so you can't ignore that either. Yeah.
Next one from Nate. Gold spot.
Okay.
Against the dollar.
Yeah, see,
having a good week.
Gold is, like I said, it's on fire. Gold is on fire.
Oh yeah, what do we already look at GLD or something
like Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Gold and Bitcoin are the same market right now as far as power. They're in what is called parabolic bull markets, meaning that everything is set and in here for this market to really, really get legs under it and run.
I don't know if I have a PPT chart. Let's see.
It should be. It's one of those things in the system, right? I mean, in the sheet,
I
right?
found it.
Okay. I don't know what number it is, but I do remember.
This is one of these TradingView calculated kind of deals.
Yeah, this one's a bearish situation.
What would make you say that?
Oh, I don't know. Because everything on every time frame is below the Kumo cloud. Maybe that has a little bit to do with it. Just a little bit to do with it. Just a little.
I don't want to gloat. I've made a lot of mistakes trading over the years, but I got out of this at like $30.
Well, I want to say coming into today,
That's like
we are in
the
a
literally the
well-established
best trade I've ever made.
bear market, but you did have a rally alert though. You had a rally alert, and it looks like it got nowhere near it.
Yeah. I
What's
mean,
your
look
high
how high
today
it
on this?
was.
What's
Man,
the high
this was
today on the daily?
sorry, I'm looking at the historical and I'm just fascinated by how much it was trading for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this chart's showing some weird things, but I've seen it. I remember it trading at $75 at one point.
Probably was.
Um,
What's the high today?
95 cents.
95 even?
95, 53270.
Mm.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
What is it now?
96 cents on the daily.
Man. So it ran the high, and then it ran the lows too.
Yeah, I mean, here, look. So here's a real zoomed in on the daily. You can see. Also, where does this trade? This doesn't trade, man. Does it trade on Binance?
I don't know, but looking at this chart,
Let me
this
look
is a
coin market.
wild
Let me look
daily chart.
because I gotta remember. Let me look this up really quick
That
because
thing looks like the old school Swiss franc.
if it's trading, let's see where it's trading. If it's only on decentralized exchanges, then it's really hard to take any chart seriously. Sorry, folks.
Exactly.
My system is really a little slow right now. All right, let's see what markets it's in. That's in a few markets. Oh, it actually is on Binance. It's on Binance against Bitcoin.
Okay.
So that's nice. So it is. Oh, it's in a lot of markets. My bad. My bad. I thought this was still a fork delta kind of deal, but I was totally wrong. All right, cool. Next one. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Oh, please. Oh, that was the request for a PPT.
Gotcha.
He did say please.
Oh, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. We want to get our information out to as many people as possible.
Monica says this. Yes, Monica, I totally get it, Monica. Absolutely. I don't disagree. I didn't mean emotional in a dismissive way. I meant more ideological, I guess would be the better word. That gaining Satoshis is a ideological approach. So yeah,
she brought up a very, very
absolutely.
real issue.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, Monica. I didn't mean to.
That was a great question.
I know how that came off the way she's saying it. I didn't mean it that way.
We love you. We love you, Monica.
Indeed. Can you please look at VET? This is from
VET. Okay.
VET. Let's look at it. Oh, it's right there.
All right. So yeah, this is the one I said looks like the old school Swiss franc chart.
Oh, you're already looking at it. Okay, cool. Here you go. This is VeChain.
Yeah, that got a powerful boost here on the weekly daily.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's trying to break out. The real test is going to be where we close this coming Friday. But this one right now, what you're looking at here.
Oh, let me get this comment out of the way.
It's been a long-term sideways market on the daily chart. We've been sideways for weeks. Now it's finally trying to break out of that pattern.
Very cool.
See what happens. The weekly does look bullish at this point.
And now you got a big old pointer.
Yeah, man, you got a point on the daily and the weekly right now that's setting up here. I think at the end of the day, though, the prices are going to really start to hit new highs because look at the pointer you have on your far left from where the market fell from on that red candle there. So I think this one wants to go a lot higher. Oh, he said someone just signed a deal with Walmart. Was that VET that we're talking about? Oh, yeah, VET and Walmart. Yeah, I think I did hear about that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No, yeah, that's real. I think I saw that.
That project has a lot of crazy deals. So they're asking for AG. I'm trying to find AG here. Oh, I'm only in the crypto thing. That's why. Okay. My bad. I was in the crypto tab.
AG.
Here's your AG.
Are those silver miners or something?
I think so, yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
Silver Corp. First Majestic Silver Corp.
Okay, so basically on this one here, on the daily, you got that gap that's going to need to be back and filled, contended with some kind of way. But it's bullish. It's getting a nice bid off of the run up in silver being above 15. Silver being and staying above 15 is a big boon to the silver miners. So this one still looks bullish.
And then he was also asking for, I have to put it on the screen so I could read it, KGC. Let's see, KGC. Another gold. Here we go.
Yeah, the other one was First Majestic Silver. I remember them. And what's this one?
KGC, Kinross Gold
Yep.
Corp.
I thought that looked familiar. Yep. This one's getting a boost too. Whenever the precious metals are doing good, it's supposed to be a boon to the miners. So yeah, that looks good. I was looking at GDXJ and GDX though. They're not looking so good today. Not looking so good at all. So it's good to see some of these miners boosting up. That's a good sign there. This one looks healthy because I'm looking at the daily chart. You did back and fill on the gap. So the gap is done. Does not need to go.
Oh, cool.
That gap is filled. See right there, it filled it.
Mm-hmm.
That red bar, that red spike bar, that filled the gap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're done. No more. You don't have anything to worry about on the daily at this time.
Look who's got our back here. Thank you, Christy.
That's funny.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Look, it's so important to like, share, and subscribe. You know, you never know who the video may help, so you want to share it with your friends.
I have noticed we've got more people watching live with us every day, which is really cool. VET and OCE. We just looked at that VET. Did we look at OCE? I don't think so.
No.
And I gotta find it. Yeah, give me a sec.
15 minutes to the closing bell too, you guys. So those who need to make trading decisions.
Wow, we're on late today.
15 minutes to the closing bell.
We're never even close. We're never even close to the closing bell.
Yeah, this is great. I love doing opening bells, closing bells, special things. I love that. But yeah, so I just want to let you know, 15 minutes to the closing bell, folks. So those of you that need to do something with them stops or adjust tickets or put in tickets, whatever, do what you do. But you only got 15 minutes on the equity side of things to do it. And with me, that includes me. I'm looking here. I'm thinking. Let's see here. Let me look at my Russell. Russell's trading near the lows of the session on the futures, so I'm not going to touch that. TWM really took off. I'm glad to see that. I should have went harder in the quid. I didn't, because I really believe that this is something that's going to be developing over time, this pullback. I should have went harder on the quid. I didn't, kind of kicking myself a little bit, but I was already more so exposed on the Russell short. So I'm good because I'm basically triple short today. I did also take advantage. Oh, we're at the high of the session in Doug. I didn't even see that. Okay. What do I want to do? All right, this is what I'm going to do, folks. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to hold these positions. I'm going to definitely hold them overnight. I'm not getting out of anything. And I think that's it. I think I will update the room while I'm thinking about it, so I won't forget, because then someone will say, hey, what are you doing with those positions? Can you update us, please? So I will do that while I'm thinking about it. Give me just a split second.
Oh, I found Monica's post on VeChain. Let me pull it up. We're proud to announce, this is the VeChain Foundation, proud to announce that Walmart China blockchain traceability platform, that sounds fake, but this is legit.
I know, it does sound crazy, but it is real news, though.
Now powered by VeChain Thor blockchain. Wow, cool. I got a bunch of that VeChain Thor somewhere.
All right, so everybody feel me, right? I'm not even moving my stops yet. I'm just leaving everything initially right now. I will be looking to move stops tomorrow, though. In some cases too, I will advise folks. I might move my futures stops. I may do something with that this evening. If I do, I will let everyone know what I'm going to do before I do it, so you'll have a chance to do it as well. As far as the equities, I'm going to leave those alone. If something crazy happens during the overnight market, I might have to take a proactive defensive thing with the on the equity side, which means that if I have to, I'm not. It's not beneath me to operate in the pre-market or extended hours trading on these. So, like I said, I will advise. I don't think I will. I think this is just the beginning of the sell-off. So,
Did we look at
we'll
OCE
see.
yet?
No, because I was letting everyone know.
Oh, okay.
10 minutes now to closing bell, folks. So, do what you do. All right. So on this one, yeah, it's a bear. Daily and weekly price trend lines are all below the Kumo cloud, and it looks like the sell-off is accelerating. So yeah, and I'm looking at the pointer on the weekly to the downside. So I think we have further to drop here. This one looks bearish.
Okay, cool.
ISO Solvi.
Someone's asking for Eddie Murphy was asking for Canadian. How about I do USD CAD?
Yeah, I know what he means. Yep,
I
Canadian dollar.
think that's what he meant, right?
Yeah, okay. The Canadian dollar right now is being affected by the crude oil situation.
It's going
We
bearish.
did hit a high in the crude oil futures today of 58.37.5. Right now, it's setting it unchanged at 57.90. This is weighing on the Canadian dollar. Remember, when the commodities start to move a certain way, it can have positive and/or negative effects on these tradables. So the Canadian dollar is going to benefit when oil benefits. It can influence the price. So right now, the Canadian dollar is beginning to pull back a little bit here in reflection of what's happening with the oil. Notice how it ran up with the oil a little bit too, a few weeks back. You see that? And then now it's starting to come off. So I think this Canadian dollar is suggesting that further declines in the crude oil price are ahead now that the Iran threats of war is simmering down now. Okay. So crude oil ran up ahead of the news, and now it's the old adage: buy the rumor, sell the fact, sell the news. So the rumor was, we're about to go to war. Crude oil shot up. The fact is, on the latest breaking news, that ain't no war going off. Nothing. We pulled back from that. So now that's going to allow the price to fall back down again.
Cool. Hey, we got 20 likes and no haters yet. Thanks, everybody.
I know that's odd, isn't it?
That's normally really nice of you people.
One.
Very cool. Well, we are late in the day. The haters probably going to the night shift in some hellhole.
Whoa. I was thinking the same thing, but you beat me to it.
He's just having his last shot before work.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm being mean.
I think you should.
And a bunch of people watching live. I mean, this is a channel that this channel's been around. It's got a lot of subscribers, but it's not a channel where a lot of live video has been done. So it's nice to see people joining us and chatting with us. We really appreciate it. All right, cool. Thanks, folks. We're gonna wrap it up now, unless Dex has some major thing that he wants to say, which I don't think he does.
Nah, I just want to say,
Eddie Murphy.
Paul. Wait. Paul is asking. Okay, yeah, you got your two. Yeah, if you're gonna 2BC Doug, quit in TWM, you can do that. Though personally, I'm not doing anything. I got my original stops in. Okay. I have not moved into lock in profit or any of those things just yet. Not saying that I won't. That's why I brought up, if I have to do something, take evasive action in the pre-market or extended hours, I will. But I don't think I will right now. Another thing to keep in mind too, folks, when you're trading equities, you have way more things at your disposal than you do with the cryptos. For instance, I can buy a stock and sit on it forever if I want to. I don't ever have to get out of it. All right. Now, what's the most I can lose when I buy a stock? The most I can lose when I buy a stock is how much I pay for the stock plus commissions, right? So you don't have to worry about being upside down on blowing up your account. You just would lose what you pay for stock. But the reason why you can set on some stocks and not worry about it, I'm not recommending this, but you could even be fly with your stocks and not use no stops. All right, because there are ways and things you can do that other people can't do. For instance, if the trend is still intact, but the market's just pulling back a little bit, and you're like, I'm not gonna get out of this. You can just hold on and don't do anything, or you can say, you know what, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start writing premiums and collecting some checks while I'm holding these shares. What's the worst thing that can happen? Your options could be called away, and then you have to deliver on the shares, but that's a profit to you, not a loss. You limit your profits instead of going to unlimited profits. Now you're going to limited profits, but it's still profits. You can do that. You can do the donkey trade. That's what I named the donkey trade. This donkey trade it's something you have to do at the time of purchase, but if done correctly, it has almost 100% possibility of not even losing on the position, even if you're wrong. You still walk away with a couple bucks for your time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also a possibility. Equities, like I say, especially those that have viable options markets, the sky is almost the limit to what you can do when you buy shares. You don't have to panic. So let's say we get up tomorrow morning, God forbid, and the Dow is up 1,000 points because Trump tweeted overnight that he lost weight, and everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, this is so spiritual," and the Dow is up 1,000 points, and now we're like, "Oh no, we were short. Oh no." No need to panic. You can go in and you can do some things. Let's say that was just, for whatever reason, now the market's starting to correct because that was an extreme move. You can go in, you can write some premium. There's just so much that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be doing more explaining and more tutorials and things like that.
Wait,
private.
Sorry to interrupt, Dex, but we need Jen. Jen, we've got to get the band ready. This is a band in the Slack room.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to make peace with Monica, and Max is just getting in the way.
Wow.
And how's that mansplaining? Is that what I've never understood mansplaining.
We got to give Max some props though. You just pointed out that Doug has some major rampage coming up.
All right.
The daily chart.
So we cancel it out.
Yeah.
So we'll let him stay.
Yeah, we'll let him stay because that Doug is correct. That's one of the reasons why I'm not doing anything. Sometimes what I'll do, and I'm not recommending this for everybody because I'm trying to teach you guys the right way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when it comes to the equities, I will do nothing. I would just put my trades on, get filled, and do absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I know and I'm comfortable. I don't recommend you guys, but I'm just saying that's just what I do. Like right now, of course, I got my stops on.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times when I may not even move them. I might keep my original stop, even though the market's moved up like 1,000% in my favor. It's just, it's hard to explain a rhyme or reason to what I do and how I do it.
It's a brand of insanity.
I just do it. Yeah, I just do it. When you've been doing something for so long, you know what? I got a request.
From RX or RK in our room. This is. Let me go blank on my screen for a second. How do I do that? Oh, I got to go full screen on my camera. Hold on. Let me sit up. Look presentable for a second. So, look at me. Look at that. Rosy cheeks, beautiful smooth head. Let me. I just want to log into my my demo account for Oanda.
Okay.
And we'll talk a little bit for the sake of RK about shorting. So just give me a second.
So we have a forex shorting question.
Yeah, I think he wants a little more. We do it we have it on our video. I just want to see. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just grab something from the sheet from a couple days ago as an example.
Okay.
And dusting off my forex account. All right. Last chance, ladies, to look upon the skin that is my head. Here we go. So here I am. I'm logged into Oanda. So The only difference between this and this is the web interface. This is what I tend to use. So what you would do, and it's funny, we're always asking for these kind of questions. Now that I'm getting one, I'm like, I'm all giddy.
I know, right?
We're always like, ask us basic stuff too. You know, we're happy to help. I got to open the forex sheet. Actually, you know what? I want to open the forex sheet from. You know what? I'll open a really old forex sheet. I keep an archive on my desk on my Mac here. So I'm gonna open an old forex sheet. Oh my! I wasn't condescending, Monica. Was I? I just apologize for being mean. Jeez, that's mansplaining.
Wow.
If apologizing is mansplaining, I'm in big trouble.
She's holding your feet to the fire.
All right. So for example, let's go with, this is an old sheet, so this is totally irrelevant stuff. I'll pull up the Aussie dollar. So this is just a quick demonstrate. Oh, come on. Speaking of Microsoft. Quick demonstration. So this is an old sheet. So these prices are irrelevant, but very simple. If you want to use the price triggers to short something, I mean, this is before we even had all the trend momentum cool stuff that we have now. So this is a boring old sheet. So here's the Aussie dollar. The long entry for that day was 79 and change. The short was 78.56. Okay, they're the stop loss. So if you wanted to use this sheet to go short for some reason, let's say there was a crash alert or the trend momentum is a negative 22 or something like that. Very, 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 very simple. You would take the stop loss price, copy it, go back to Oanda, click sell. You'd click stop right here. Same as going long, except you're starting with sell. Your price would be the stop loss, which it's not going to let me do because this market has moved $10 since this sheet. It's a trend trend you could have followed very effectively. So I got that. That's my stop loss, and my stop loss becomes my shorting price. That's the sell price. I'm using the worst terminology. Dex is probably dying over here. And then in the stop loss spot, I would put the long entry price, and then choose how many, whatever, 100 units. Change my expiry to a month because Dex told me to, and that's all I would do. So basically, you're taking the price in the F column is the price you sell at. You open up your ticket by clicking on sell. Make sure you're doing a stop order, and in the price space, you put the stop loss. In the stop loss space, you put the buy price because we're reversing it because we're going short. And it's really that simple. And you move this to a month. That's it. You hit submit, and now you're able to go short. Everything else is the same. You'd be using the same indicators for 2-bar Charlie to find your pulse out price. Everything else is the same. So I hope that helps RK in the room. And, of course, you could follow up with me in the room for more questions. All right. Did
everyone understand that explanation? If not, then you have to see him after class.
You have to see me after class because that
will get detention for not listening correctly. All right,
everybody. I think Monica. They're all yelling at Monica. Monica's joking with me, guys. I'm pretty sure. I've known Monica for a while. I'm not worried about my relationship with Monica.
Problems?
We're causing problems.
Oh no.
I'm pretty. If Monica, if you're actually mad at me, message me in the. Oh, we got a thumbs down.
No!
It's Monica. I know it is. Monica, if you're actually mad at me, message me in the room and I'll grovel for.
Hey, don't punish me, hours. Monica, for his mistakes.
All right, folks, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the watches trade.
Hold on. We got another question. What's the difference between the red and green Kumo cloud? It's really not. It's just there for your purposes. Technically speaking, red would be a bearish Kumo cloud, green would be a bullish Kumo cloud. But technically speaking, they don't necessarily mean anything. Prices can rise and fall on either cloud. Don't matter. In other words, if you never heard me talk about it, there's a reason for it. And I haven't talked about it. Yeah, we do a lot of joking around here because we believe in enjoying what we do and having fun with what we do. And
Monica says it wasn't
we love and
her.
appreciate all of you.
Monica insists she's not the thumbs down. We both love you too, Monica.
It's all good. Look, if you cannot take yourself too seriously, especially when it comes to trading. I know money's on the line. Money's not a joke, but you can't take yourself too seriously. And if you don't learn how to de-stress and things like that, then this can actually be a negative. Trading can be a negative for you. You don't want that. You want it to be a positive for you, a positive experience, not a stressful one. Where you gotta, chug down my Lanta every 5 seconds.
Yeah, my goodness.
A bleeding ulcer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, set a stop loss and take a nap.
There you go. Set a stop loss and take a nap.
All right, thanks everybody. We really are out now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys again. I think tomorrow. I have some fuzzy memory of some big thing happening tomorrow. Oh no, it's nothing. We'll
it could be, but hey, we'll see you in the trading room regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.
See you in the room.
Thanks for watching. To sign up for one of our live trading demos or to just join the room so that you can get in and trade with Dex, go to watchustrade.io. Thanks.